Yeah, I mean, seriously, I give you a very high salute.
Thank you so
on
much.
what you are doing here.
Thank you so much.
The best part of it is doing agriculture without soil.
Yes.
Because number one, people, when we're talking about agriculture, we are thinking about where can I get the fertile soil?
Yeah.
Where can I get fertilizers to make my soil to be good?
How can I remove the insects down? How can I remove everything? But here you can see we're on the floor, there's no insect, there's nothing. In an open field, there's a lot of challenges of the insects and how to control a lot of things. But in the greenhouse like this one,
you have control of everything.
You control everything. You control the temperature of the place. You control the nutrients which you are putting. Here, you're not just like throwing the nutrients. You have to measure everything. But on the open ground, because there's a lot of factor which is happening, you have to, to use a lot of nutrients than me. You have to use a lot of water. The amount of water I'm using here is like, I don't know, very limited, because it's the same water which is rotating. It goes back to the sink tank, it stays, it goes back again. It's the same water. It's the same water. It's the same water. My Dawasa bill is per month is like $25, I can say.
Do you know what is the bill I'm paying for water in the US?
Yeah, it can
the time I get $150 per month, I'm thankful.
I'm telling you, this is like $25. That's the highest I'm talking about. Because it's the same water. The water is rotating. As you can see, these tables are declining like that. So it goes back, it goes to the sink tank, it stays, it comes back again.
So should we start a campaign? I want to start a campaign to ask the Sokoine University for Agriculture, if they don't, but I will ask any other agricultural university to award you the honor to become a doctor in agriculture, because you are not a theoretical. This is agriculture.
It is agriculture.
So we need to award you for that. And if they don't, I'm starting that campaign that the person who is deserving to get the PhD honorary doctorate, you deserve for that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, seriously, what you are doing is that particular level. There is no any part you can say, what's wrong with this one? Everything you have a control of.
Yes, everything you have a control of. Everything. From the temperature, from the nutrients, from everything. Everything. You do it yourself.
So now you are professor of agriculture without soil.
In Tanzania.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Tanzania, yes, I am.
Okay, guys, today we are here with our very professional. Welcome to my EBM Scholars Show.
Thank you so much.
Will you please introduce yourself and where we are? We are not in Missouri, we are somewhere in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, right?
Yes.
Yes, so introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Mwamy. I'm a hydroponic farmer in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
The expert.
The expert of hydroponic farming in Tanzania. And just a small short story of hydroponic. Hydroponic is a kind of farming which you are farming without using soil. It's soilless farming. It's only using water and nutrients.
And that is the best catch when you said you have the greenhouse.
Yes.
And is in Dar es Salaam.
Yes.
And not just Dar es Salaam, the place where we mentioned, there is no way you can have a farm in this area to do in a commercial way. You are right. You are right. And you are saying you don't use soil. Yes. How does it work? Well, hydroponic farming, it's a very easy kind of farming by talking about it. Yeah. But the way we are doing it, we are planting our seeds in the cocoa pit. And then after certain days, we are moving them from the cocoa pit and putting on these tables. You see this table with the holes? This is where the plant goes, as you can see. So here they are going here for a couple of days, and only what is passing here, as you can see, Ernest, is only water with the nutrients. You can see right now there's water passing a little bit. I don't know if you can see with the camera. Yeah. So it's just water with the nutrients, and they stayed here for 20 days before we start selling them. So after 20 days, this is what you can see now. So it's becoming like that. Yeah, it's becoming like this. It's big and it's healthy in all ways. Like there is no insects, there is no any artificial things which we are using. No pesticide, whatever those crazy things. No, nothing. This is people that have to be like knowing it.
People, they think like when we are doing this kind of farming, you're putting a lot of pesticide and everything. First of all, you are not, and second of all, it's not allowed, because the lifespan of this kind of crops, it's very short for you to put pesticides. So the only thing which is protecting this kind of farming is the greenhouse, as you can see. Yeah. So there is no any insects coming inside, nothing else. So after 30 days, you are getting your greens the way they are. And
so you want to tell me, from this where it's just the water coming and the nutrients here,
yes,
to that green, is 30 days.
30 days, plus or minus. And remember one thing, I'm in Dar es Salaam.
Yes.
Dar es Salaam, it's so hot.
Yes.
So during December, where it's like our summer here, it can be until 40 days. That's plus or minus.
Yes.
But during June, July, August, which is our winters in Dar, it's basically 30 days or less than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why not many people are doing this?
I think the big challenge why people are not doing this kind of farming is the capital. To start this kind of farming, you really need a big capital to start with.
First of all, I like you are honest on that, because if I could ask another, you have to pray to God. Yes, I know you have to pray to God. So go to the details. Like number one is capital.
Number one is capital.
Yes.
The number two of this kind of farming, it's knowledge.
Yes.
Because without knowledge, you cannot do hydroponic. You have to have knowledge of how to do this kind of farming. From the day one, putting the seeds until taking care, until you see this green. It's not a job. It's not a shortcut. It's a long cut and a hard work. And really, like I'm always telling other people, you have to leave what you are doing and to come and do this kind of farming. This is a full-time job. Not
the Wasapu agriculture.
No.
You get, how is it going with my watermelon? No, you have to be on.
You have to be here.
Yeah.
For me, I've been working in the corporate for more than 18 years, you know me.
Yes.
But when I decided to come and invest myself here, I had to leave everything. So this is the kind of farming. And not only this, any other kind of farming. If you want to succeed, you have to be there. Yeah. People, they shouldn't take farming like, any other kind of job. No, this is a completely full-time job.
Okay.
Full-time.
Let me take you back.
Yes.
The most difficult part of many people is to quit the job. Mm-hmm. And the reason being, especially in Africa, even in Europe, but especially in Africa, we are studying to get white-collar jobs.
Yes.
For, among other things, the status. I'm working at Bank A. Mm-hmm. I'm working at Company B. Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 blah. You just dress up, wear a suit, whatever. That's cool. How did you manage to quit that job?
To tell you the truth, it was not hard. It was not easy. It was not easy. First of all, I had to consult my family. Remember, as what we're all scared of, because there's that last month's salary, which is really keeping you sustained in the life. So I had to consult my family and myself also. It was hard for me to do it, but it was easy for me to do it because I worked most of my life, most of my youth. For 20 years been working on this company, this corporate world, which they're calling it. And I said, now it's enough. The rest of the time which I've got like strength, let me do something for myself. It was not easy to decide, but I said, if I'm not doing it now, then it will not be it. So I had to, it is a very hard decision, and somebody or someone has to take it very deeply, thinking of all the scenario. You cannot do it. For me, I was thinking like I will fail. But I said, you know what? In life, it's much better to fail than to continue doing what I'm doing, which I'm not really happy about it.
Okay.
So
when you made that decision, the last day, this is my last day of the office, did you already have the plan, I'm going to do exactly what you are doing now, or I'm quitting, then I'm going to figure it out?
No. To tell you the truth, my first plan, like any other woman in Tanzania, I was thinking of going to China to buy handbag, to buy clothes, to buy shoes, and opening a shop in Kariako. That was my first thing, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
That was what came in my mind. You know, like to have my own boutique somewhere, making hair, making nails. Because first of all, I like being beauty. I like doing,
And
that is what really came in my mind. That's the first thing came in my mind. And my husband told me, Mwamy, just go and look how many boutiques there are here, how many shops, how many shoes. Yourself have got at least not less than 200 pair of shoes. Is this what you want to do? And I said, why not? And then maybe I can be a housewife also, to decide to go to open my shop and my boutique and come home and make dinner for you. Yeah, because I've been working for the rest of my life. And my husband told me, I'm glad of you making dinner for me, but I'm telling you, after 1 month, you'll be depressed and I don't know where we're gonna be. And between that thing, and actually I left my job with having my mind, I'm going to China and buy things and open the boutique. That was my first thing. And I even started looking for the location where to put my shop.
Yeah.
And my husband told me, you know what, take a days off, travel the world, travel somewhere, go and see. So I traveled, I went to Israel, and I see something like this. Not like this, more than this, because they are doing it much more.
At higher level.
Yes, and at a very high commercial level, you know. But I said, wow, I have this place, I have the knowledge, I have the power, why I shouldn't do this? So that the second thought came to do this. But my first thought was opening the boutique.
Wow. And did you go to school for this? After now I'm going to do this one. How did you get the knowledge of this magnitude? Okay,
I didn't go to school per se, because first of all I got the knowledge of this in Israel. I didn't have a visa to stay there as a student. I was having a visit visa.
Yes.
So what I did, with the help of my husband, he hooked me up with a farm which they're doing this kind of farming, and I was there like a volunteer.
Wow, so that's the best way to start.
I was going there like a volunteer, doing everything, but they were not paying me a penny. Then give me breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
You know, because I needed this knowledge, and I said, okay, fine, I don't care. I was getting myself in the bus, you know, in the Ubers of there, and I was going. So it was a bit far from where I was staying, but you know, because I needed it, then I was going as a volunteer from morning until evening. So I appreciate, and I'm really glad, because I got the education in the farm.
Yes, not a theory.
Not theory. In the farm. So whatever they were doing, like every day I was having a special schedule. You have to clean, you have to sweep, you have to wash the pipe, you have to do this. So every day I was having different schedule. But in that time I was learning by myself. Exactly. And the good thing and the good teacher which I got there, and this is I can even tell other people, once you want to learn something like this, forget about the books. They were not allowing me to write anything down.
Wow.
They were telling me, Mom, if you cannot put something in your head, you cannot make anything. So you have to remember, you have to memorize, you have to do it. And I was having patience, and I did it. It was so hard.
How long was the volunteering?
I did first 3 months, and then my visa finished. I had to come back home, and I went back again another 3 months after I got my another visa.
So
yes,
yeah, that is a very good lesson, especially for people who we are staying in the school for a longer time.
Yes.
And they're assuming that we know everything.
Yes.
And we don't want to go dig dirty and learn from the ground.
Yeah.
That is another a lesson for us to learn. So how long have you been doing this so far?
If I remove the year 2020, which was a disaster for everybody, 4 years. Because the year 2020, I didn't do nothing. I suffered a lot like any other person in the world. I think we in agriculture place, and agriculture like mine, which I was depending mostly my customers, the hotels, restaurants, safari camp, airlines, I did suffer. So if you remove the year 2020, we don't count that one. Yeah, if you remove the year 2020, I did 4 years now. 4 years I'm doing this, yes.
Do you have any regret to quit the job?
To tell you the truth, last year I did get regret. I even pulled out my CVs.
Really?
I'm telling you, last year was so tough. I pulled out my CV and I started updating my CV. But in any office I was calling, they said, Mwamy, we're working at home. So I think if they are working at home, it means they cannot take anybody.
Exactly.
So my big regret came last year when we had the COVID-19 started, you know. But apart from that, there are challenges. It's not a Christmas in this kind of farming. It is not. There's a lot of challenges. I was not thinking, I was not regretting. It was like a lesson to me. But last year, I regretted. I really wanted to pull on my CV.
So if today, you know, I live in the US, I want to come to Africa, and I say, I want to copy and paste what you are doing to my own place.
Yeah.
What are the steps should I go, and what are the things should I avoid to follow your blueprint?
I think the first step is you have to have a knowledge.
Yes.
That's the first one.
Are you allowing volunteers?
I do allow volunteers, and right now I've got a special program with the SUA University. Most of the students of the SUA University of the third year who are coming for the field, they are coming here. Like last week, I just finished the group of 6 students, the SUA University and University of Dar es Salaam. So I'm having students coming.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think 2 months, 3 months coming, I'll have a program for the teaching people and everything. I wanted to do it last year because of the corona, I couldn't, but this year or beginning of the next year, I'll have a very nice program to teach people how to do hydroponics.
So apart from learning, okay, that is the first step, you have to get the knowledge.
Yeah.
What other things in the blueprint should I follow?
Capital?
Capital?
Yeah. And then the other thing, the big thing, is your give out. How can I say it? It's your really wanting to do this thing as a job. The way you are waking up in the morning to go to your bank, to your corporate office, is exactly you have to wake up in the morning to come
So
here.
the highest discipline, commitment.
Discipline, commitment. That's the big thing. Because without that one, you cannot do it. There is no sitting there and calling the shamba boy and ask, did you do this, did you do that? No. And you have to have a discipline of high magnitude. Like, I really want to do this thing, and this thing is my job. Like, you can see me. I'm dressing up with my makeup, and I'm coming to work because this is my office. This is my thing.
When you talk about the capital, so if I break down, obviously you need to have the land itself.
Yes, the place.
And then the setup of the greenhouse, like setup itself.
Yes.
Then we're talking about the pipes.
The pipes.
And
the water pump,
so,
the systems. There's like the system here. It's like automated system.
Oh.
So all of that thing you have to put in mind. And I don't want to lie to you, my dear. It's not like I can tell you. It's if in terms of dollars, let's take between $80,000 to $100,000. You can set up something like this with a peaceful mind, because you need to have a starting capital as well.
Yes.
You know, and you have to aim like you are doing it as a business, not a trial. If you're doing it as a trial, then don't do it.
If the trial going to have 3 goats, and to try with the 3 goats, not.
If you want to do that as an investment, invest. It will pay. It will not pay. This now depends of your hard working, depend of everything, and you have to have market as well. For me now, I said, like, I've opened the market to Tanzania doing this thing. Before, when I started,
no one was here.
Yes, it was so hard. But now, a lot of people that can do it and say, like, I'm having soft lettuce, I'm having basil, I'm having coriander, I'm having parsley, you know, and I'm doing like this. The market is there. It's just for you to have power to follow it and to run with it. Speaking
of the market, also the market, you took it to the next level, not just walking just on the farmers market, whatever. You have a vehicle, you are just having the very proper way of packaging. I've seen that where everything is professional. Even the former president Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete was here.
Yeah, he was here, exactly. He was so much impressed. And it was so much a big courage to me. I didn't think a person like him will come and visit a person.
Not just the president, with that exposure and
exactly. It was a really a go to me.
So
it was a really go.
For that particular case, I wanted to do something for me.
Yes.
Especially for Tanzanians who are diasporas, Ugandan diasporas, whatever diaspora you are. When they think about investment, should they think things of this nature? Plus, we have this exposure, we have this technology.
Yes, you have it there much. I have a lot of teachers who are in Minnesota and in California.
Yes.
I'm connecting with them. With any problem, I'm asking them. They've got big farms. You guys, home, it's always good. And for something like this. And the good thing I can tell you, our government doesn't, people they are thinking like, oh, to have this license, that license, I need to bribe. There is nothing like that. Nothing like that. In farming, everything is tax-free.
Yeah, especially bringing these equipments is free.
It's tax-free.
Farming and the these animal, whatever product,
everything
whatever they...
is tax-free.
Yeah.
So they should come back home. You don't have to have a bigger land. Look at me. It's only like a quarter of the land.
Yeah, it's quarter.
But the thing which I'm producing here and the capital, the income I'm getting here, I cannot tell you, Ernest, I don't want you to come and rob me tonight.
I'm not,
But, it's something which can sustain my family and myself, which is what we all need.
Yeah.
I need
and the certification.
Yes. Yeah, I've got my medical, I can pay my medical, I can pay my kids' university, and all of them, they're not studying in Tanzania. And, I can have small vacation,
you see, all those kind of
going
things,
to Arusha, Moshi, Zanzibar, whatsoever, and life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on. I know you guys are working a lot of hard, more time. If you put that more time
because that's what my question is. If I use like most of us in US or in Europe have 2 jobs.
Yes.
So if you put like 16 hours per day,
in
the same discipline you are using for capitalist world of there, you are coming to do here like in 10 hours. We're doing something different.
You're good to go. You're good to go. Even the manpower on the hydroponic, it's not much. I've got only 4 workers and myself 1/5. And things are going. Things are going. So they should think about that. They shouldn't get scared. Most of the people who are outside Tanzania, they are always thinking like, oh, if I go there, how will I start? Maybe I'll find my friend who I went to school with already having a bungalow. That's bullshit. You can still come.
Another thing is you have a YouTube account.
Yeah.
If someone wants to follow your account, because I know you have the business one, which you have everything.
Yes.
But just you can give your account and then people can be able to follow you and be able to learn from there. And if someone wants to come to volunteer, but most like if they want to invest, not to come to say I have 1,000, how can I start? Let's be serious.
Yes,
This is a serious business, serious investment. If you contact her, it's on serious consultation, not about those, okay, I have $200, how can I start? Let's be serious.
Yeah.
So what is your contact?
First, I've got my Instagram account, which is Mwamy Green Veggie. Mwamy like my name, M-W-A-M-Y, green as green, and veggies. Yeah. And if you go to the YouTube, you can search mkulima halisi, mkulima bila udongo, kilimo bila udongo, Tanzania. You find me all my videos there, kilimo bila udongo.
Because it means like agriculture without soil.
Soil, yes. Yeah.
What will be the title of this video?
Yeah. Or you can say hydroponic in Tanzania. If you put hydroponic in Tanzania, you can find a lot of my YouTube's videos there. Yeah.
I mean that's very, very good. Seriously, I've been impressed with this one from day one, and being impressed is not about seeing the nice veggies. It's just the story behind, the hard working behind, the discipline you have to execute something of this. Does it help for you doing this one where you live versus someone has to have maybe a farm somewhere driving 20 minutes? Which does this help if you have your own, or you are advising people if you have a farm, maybe 2 acres, build your own small house there? How does that?
They can do that. But even though if they're not going to be in the farm, but they have to be present in the farm. Like everybody in the office, people are not staying in the offices, They are all going very early in the morning and come back in the evening. Yes. Like I've said before, they have to do it like their office. Like they're leaving at home at 4:30 in the morning, going to the banks or whatsoever. They should leave at home the same time, go to the farm. You don't have to have it at your backyard. You can have it somewhere else, but your consistency and your passion and your give out to that thing, that's what is important.
So we are talking about the veggies.
Yes.
One of the things, especially people traveling, usually they fear to start eating veggies in different cultures.
Yeah.
Because they do not know what type of where do they come from.
Yes.
But this one is unquestionable because of the quality, and everybody knows what does that mean.
Yes.
Do you like to eat a lot of veggies yourself, first of all?
Yes, I do. I do. And I really like to eat our own veggies like matembele, you know, our local veggies. But even this is my main veggies at home. Every day I have to have salad. Every day.
So apart from the hotels and big companies, for the people who are coming to get in a larger quantity, if someone wants to have a monthly supply for home, let's say I want maybe this amount each day per month, and I'll be paying at the beginning of the month.
Yes.
Is that allowed?
Yes, it does allow. You just have to talk about the terms and everything, because to deliver to anybody's houses, it's another cost, because the cars or the motorbike has to go from one house to another. But I do that, you know, even though most of my product you can get them in the supermarket in Tanzania, you know, and the hotels they're buying a lot, and the restaurant, but I do delivery one by one at home, you know. But we are having some sort of
agreement,
yes, how much you'll be taking and everything.
And pay on the spot.
Yes.
Not today, and no, it's raining today, so wait for tomorrow.
Yes.
No. Yes. So people should know that.
Yes, they should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another question. I see on that side you have like 2 layers.
Yes.
But on this side there is just
one layer.
Is that technical?
Yes.
Or
it's not technical actually, because I was trying to utilize the space as well.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of this farming, you can go even 3-4 floors. But now there's a challenge of the sun. Depends where the sun comes from. As you know, in each plant it needs a sun to grow. So for there I tried to put another layer, but I couldn't put much more layers because the ones down, they will be blocked by the sun. But it's just like to utilize the space. I wanted to have more and more and more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen some people, not veg, I mean it's part of the veggie, but they do mushroom.
Yeah. People,
do you do mushroom?
No, I don't do mushroom. I don't do mushroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. But that is my other, you know, my other plans when I do the expansion. Here I did just make it the leafy, like the greens. Up I'm doing only lettuce, basil, coriander, parsley, you know, that's all. But on my expansion, I wanted to do mushroom, I wanted to do strawberries, I wanted to do cherry tomatoes and everything. In hydroponic, you can do a lot of veggies.
All without soil?
In hydroponic, you can do everything.
Why am I wasting my time in America?
As long as you have the knowledge of the space, you can do everything. You can do everything. And all the products you are putting in hydroponics, they are much more 3 to less than 3 months, you are good to go. So most of them are very short time products.
And the other thing, you don't need to have the bigger like this to start with.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can have, you know, mine is quite big, I can say.
Yeah.
I can say, like in Tanzania, they are much more bigger in other world, but in Tanzania, I'm the biggest. You can start 4 or 5 tables, and then you can go, as you can see how the business is going.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very, very impressive. And the colors, but one of the other questions, some of the green, there are certain type of species, they are green and a little bit purple.
Yes. The same kind of lettuce.
Yes, they are same.
The same kind of lettuce.
So do you do you make it specific for that? Or it's just there is a way on making the color change?
No. It's the specific seeds.
Yes.
Why now I've got a lot of green and not the purple? Most of the hotels and the restaurant, they like the purple because, you know, the food in the restaurant has to be colorful.
Yes.
But now because the client of the hotels and the restaurant have declined because of the COVID-19, most of my clients now are supermarkets, which they like the greens, not the purple. Yeah. So that's why. But it's just a different kind of seeds, but it's the same kind of salad.
Okay, so the more airlines are starting operating, more hotels, and the more visitors are coming, so back to do a mixture of the two. A
mixture of two. Not even two, there are 2, 3, they're purple, then the other one like reddish. You know, the hotels they like those ones, but the restaurant, I mean,
the home users prefer.
Home users, they like this one. I think they haven't got.
They think maybe this one is bad. But
people they think like maybe it get rotten because people they are used of green for the vegetables. So once the color change, they think, no, maybe this one has got something default or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very, very impressive.
Like, you know.
Yeah, so for me, like, I don't know, but this is something which is very, very huge. Huge in the sense that what took as a story, how you started,
yes.
How you decided yourself to go on the ground, to learn it practical, and then come here to execute something of this nature.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I believe, I want to challenge you one more thing before I end the interview.
Yes.
What is your book on agriculture without soil?
You're supposed to write that book. I have to challenge you back. You are supposed to write that book.
We have to feature. We have to work on this one.
Yes, we have.
But in a serious note, we have to create a memoir.
Yeah.
About this one, the story behind Mwamy veggies, and how this one is taken to the next level.
Yes.
Yeah. So wait for 2022. Book will be out.
Thank you
so by that one, we are going to work book cover, and that we are starting to work together to make sure that you are going to publish your book.
Thank you so much. I'll be glad. I'll be so glad.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.